Hi everyone, and welcome back to Where Sacred Whispers Speak. Before we begin this week's reading, I wanted to take a quick moment to say thank you to all of you for your support on last week's reading. I was so happy to hear from so many of you and feel very humbled that in sharing my own story, you too felt a sense of connection and hope. This is why I walk this journey. Now on to today. Today's story had its beginnings while watching the TV show New Amsterdam one night after dinner. Are you a fan of that show? It's one of the ones we like to binge watch in my home. Anyway, there's a phrase there that caught my attention as we watched, and the next morning when I sat down to write, it was still there. And the musing that you are about to hear now is what flowed from that simple phrase. How can I help? Are you ready? In the TV show New Amsterdam, Ryan Egger's character, Dr. Max Goodwin, has a question he asks everyone. How can I help? Now, I know this is a TV show and there are scriptwriters and things, but this story struck a chord. Just imagine for a moment what a beautiful world we could create if all of us came to our day-to-day experiences from this place of service and asked, how can I help? How can I make a difference in your life today? How can I make your day better? How can I leave you feeling better? And instead of getting caught up in the whirlwind of stress and emotion, we stopped for a moment, took a breath, and simply opened ourselves to the possibility of being able to be of service by asking, how can I help? I feel like in asking this simple question, we not only help someone, but we also create an opportunity to see each other as mirror images of ourselves, one human to another, one spirit to another. Another person who's struggling just like I am, another person who's celebrating just like I am, another person who's questioning just like I am, another person who is just like me. And in that realization, we create connection, don't we? We validate someone. We see the heart of someone. I know that the times in my life when I have been struggling the most, this question has brought me to tears. The fact that another person would be willing to take the time out of their busy lives to put me first for a moment, to truly see me in that moment, to ask me what I need without expecting anything in return has been life-changing. It has created connections with people that are so deep and meaningful that I know their presence in my life is not an accident, but ordained for a much higher purpose. And for this, I am forever thankful and blessed. Now listen, I get it. I'm a mom and a wife juggling all the things that come along with that, and I know how full our plates already are, and just the thought of having to do one more thing seems so overwhelming. But hear me out. What if we just take the pressure off? What if we just come to our daily making of breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks all day, the I'm bored mom moments, and the piles of laundry and vacuuming that seem to never go away, with a slightly different attitude? What if before we begin each one of those things, we just pause for a second and in our minds say, in doing this, how can I be of help and service today? I've been practicing this for a little while now, and I'll be the first to admit that I forget. Often. But when I do remember, you know what happens? I end up feeling gratitude. Deep gratitude that I have people to feed, that I have a home to keep that gives me and my family shelter, that I have both people and a home where love can be nurtured and shared and where memories can be made. I feel overwhelming gratitude. And for me, that alone is enough to put a smile in my heart and on my face, for in that moment I feel peace and I catch the tiniest glimpse of what a heaven on earth could look like. May we all be this for each other, and in doing so, create a world full of the simplest, most beautiful, soul-satisfying moments. A heaven on earth where love and service are at the core of all we do. Leaving you here with a quote from the book A Year of Miracles by Marianne Williamson. It says, God has given me my identity, and that cannot be taken away. God has imbued within me an infinite potential, and that cannot be taken away. God has provided me with the opportunity to change my thinking in any instant, and that cannot be taken away. God has given me the capacity to love, and that cannot be taken away. He has entrusted me with the power to live in the light of His abundance at any moment. He has given them all those things. So I ask myself today, what can I give back? I hope you enjoyed what you heard here today as much as I enjoyed writing it. As with everything I will share here, it is my hope that where sacred whispers speak will truly become your safe place to retreat to get away from the noise of the world, and that it will be your sanctuary of safety and connection, and of healing and growth. I look forward to seeing you next time.